Hey, how's it going? I started this lesson last night, but I was too damn tired to finish it. Let's see. Mark lesson as complete. I submitted a suggestion that they should allow you to mark it complete on the quiz. To the best of my knowledge, that hasn't been implemented yet, though, so I know it's a little counterintuitive to mark it intuitive and then go to the quiz, but wait, did I say that? I don't know what I said. Mark it complete. That's what I meant to say. Okay. Hon. Book. Hon. What does that say? Oh. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Okay, I better start doing these more often. Thanks for the book, basically, is what that says. And I'll click the answer every time if I'm pretty sure. If I'm recording myself. All right, let's see. Sonohon blank. Data. Sonohon. Oh, do data. How was that book? All right. Kono hon sugoi omoshiroi. It was very interesting. Woohoo! All right. So omo. Let's see. Dekuru kamo. Kamo? I don't think you use kamo by itself. Yappa. Yappaso? Does that sound right? Yone. Wow, I don't know what the answer is. Okay, that one kind of sounded right. Ah, you really think so? Something like that, yeah. Ega itemoi. Is going to a movie good? All right. Nanji ni kaete kuru. When will you be back? Yeah. Tabun. 6時 くらい. Well, that's weird. It's weird for me to... I'm just used to reading the number. Okay. Probably didn't need furigana for that, but that's fine. Okay. Does that mean that they're considering this a kanji? Whatever. It doesn't matter. Gohan mo taberu. Gohan. Meal. Will you be eating? Yede. Taberu. Yede. I think that means I will be eating at home. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds bad. Oh man, it's like a fly. Get away. Get away. Okay. Nanika nomimasu ka? Would you like something to drink? Okay. Blank. Oh no. Ro. Wait, is that kohi? I think it is. Kohi te aru. Ja. Yone. Te moi. Well, definitely not that. Kamo. I think it says, in that case, is there coffee? But you know what? I'm less sure about that one. Let's see here. Where did my they fixed the problem where you couldn't use Firefox, and I'm really glad about that. But it's not that I'm unsympathetic. I know how annoying CSS can be. All right. Kohi te aru.
じゃあ、コーヒーってある?
Alright. I'm satisfied. I really struggle with katakana, and I probably just need to read many, many, many... You know what? You know what? Let's do it. I need a vocabulary list of katakana. Let me just make myself a note here. Vocab list of katakana. We are going to figure this the hell out because I suck at katakana and I would really like to fix that. So, yeah. So, sukumo de... Oh my god. Suku... Motte. Motte. Got it. Motte kimasu ne. The hell does that say? Sugu motte kimasu ne.
Sugu motte kimasu ne.
I'll bring it right away. So, motte, that's the te form. There's not an exact translation, but I guess you could translate it as bringing if you were forced to. It's a little misleading, but the hell is going on here? I have way too many open tabs. Okay. Shinai. What is that? I don't know what that says. I have absolutely no idea what that says. Doraivu. Doraivu. Toka shinai. Doraivu toka shinai. This was actually a new word for me. It is obviously based on the English word to drive. Transliteration. And it means noun to take a drive. So he's saying, how about taking a drive or something? Actually, I am curious how Google Translate would translate that. Drive. Toka. Drive or something. Exactly. That's exactly how I would have translated it. Do you want to go for a drive? Not, you want to go for a drive or something? Let's see here. How would you translate this? Japanese phrase can be translated as want to go for a drive or something. Yeah, exactly. That's how I would have said it. All right. Suggesting that drive isn't the only possibility. Okay. その日仕事入る出る入るかも入るその日 that day or today 仕事入る I have to go for into work for that day. I'm worried I got that wrong. Kamo. Kamo in this case is kind of like but. I screwed up. I like getting perfect scores. Shikoto. Really think I need to translate that. That was kind of obvious. So nanda. そうなんだ。そっか。This is the probably the first word or phrase that I learned from anime, from the Naruto Hokage. It's because it's easier to hear things if they're said in isolation. So, I see. Daihen da ne. It's tough. So datta. Alright. You have completed the mission. You are the very purveyor that protect right and justice. I would express my sincere thanks to you. Take good rest, General Kawasaki. Okay. Claude Sonnet 4. Attempt to find a list of the 2,000 most common words in Japanese. It doesn't need to be definitive. I am just looking for a general idea. Note, if it is more than 2,000, that is okay, as long as the text is extractable. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Now, I have no idea how this is going to work. Claude 4 Sonic is... Alright. Romaji... We jumped from 60 to 1001. Okay, I found an excellent resource. Let's see if we can extract these. Damn it, I want to download it. I need a downloadable list. I don't want to have to copy these all. $3,000 most common Japanese words. Okay. Obviously, we're not going to... All right. Let's go back here. Getting these all into a text file is going to be troublesome. Write a Python script which monitors the clipboard changes and then writes the next new contents appended to a text file and then continues looping. Since I will eventually terminate the application, write it so that it finalizes the write every time in between waits. Okay. I don't know what project I was working on last. If a authentication key appears... Oh. I'm smart. See? This is an obfuscated string. And without looking at the unobfuscate, without looking at this file here, this is absolutely meaningless because it uses cryptography. So I was smart. I didn't know I was capable of being smart. What the hell's this? Oh, I see. It's a bunch of... Well, anyways. Scratch pad. All right. Now, I don't know how to do this offhand, so... I have done something like this in C# before. I have never done something like this in Python, which is surprising because I prefer Python usually. Paperclip. Please work. Please work. Okay. Monitor clipboard. Okay, I have no idea if it's going to write the first thing, so let's get something else into my... I have no idea what's in my clipboard, so... yeah, so copy, and we will run this. All right, initial clipboard, contents, detected. All right, let's see what happens if I just say, what? It won't let me select text? Oh, you son of a bitch. How does it even do that? How does it prevent me from selecting text? You know, you are a pain in the ass. I can't even save the page? Save page as desktop. Save it as a text file. All right. Now let's look at the text file. Okay, new plan. Gotta think on our feet here. Okay. No, I guess not. Okay. I would like to extract these words, please. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Because ultimately what I need is I need to know the words anyway. So I might as well practice katakana while I'm at it. If you've noticed, not a single one of these, at least that I'm seeing, is katakana. But hopefully that will happen soon. So let's say save page. Oh my god. Save page as text. Okay, Control S. I said TXT. Oh, you're really starting to piss me off now. It says Control S is the... Ooh, this is starting to make me angry. Okay, I guess it is a text file. So I guess they're doing something to keep me from using keyboard shortcuts. I find that a little disconcerting, a little, I don't even know what to call it. Like, I mean, that weirds me out. I know that a whole shit ton of people jumped my case when I had an issue with web pages accessing sensor data on my phone. And I'm sorry, those people are wrong. I'm smarter than they are, and they're stupid, and fuck them. Okay, so... Well, okay, I shouldn't be a dick about it. They just, I don't think they've thought it through. I don't think that they have done an informed risk assessment. At a superficial level, what your sensor data says at a given point in time, I can see where that wouldn't matter. In the same way that I can see, how just your email address existing at a single point in time shouldn't matter. It's what can be done with collecting that data over a period of time that I don't like. And I don't like that I keep being surprised that web pages have abilities that I wasn't familiar with. And it's like, oh yeah, we've added this brand new functionality that exposes new information to web pages and new powers to web pages, and we're not going to tell you that. It's not like there's going to be this giant opt-in thing. It's like, hey, something that you probably didn't think could happen can happen now. And you know what? Maybe I was unreasonably angry when Microsoft introduced a system to restore applications after you restarted. It fundamentally altered the contract of what it meant to me to restart a computer. Now, apparently some other people really liked it. But I think that if you fundamentally alter something that people take for granted, there needs to be a notification, and I'm not talking about release notes inside of an update that nobody reads. I'm talking about it needs to pop up, it needs to say, hey, there's this new thing, and if you want to use it, then just turn it on. And, that could be seen as a positive. That doesn't have to be a negative. It's like, oh my God, you can reload my applications? Like, I don't understand wanting that. But apparently some people do. And for them, it would be exciting, But no, it's all about tricking people into being dumber. And you know what? Frankly, that actually kind of annoys me. You see this closed tabs to the left, closed tabs to the right? There used to only be one of them. And I believe it was just closed tabs to the right. And I contacted Mozilla about asking closed tabs to the adding that closed tabs to the left, and they said there wasn't enough real estate. But when they put it in a submenu, I contacted them again. So this option being here, that might have actually been me. It's just a funny little story there. So hantopagu. You see, this is exactly the kind of word that I need. Are we gonna go? I think we should go all the way. Most words are going to be kanji or hiragana. And I might ultimately conclude okay. I might ultimately conclude that I don't need this many words, but I'd like to, take my best stab at it. So, Control S. Of course, it doesn't work. Save page as text file. Can I do it like this? Yeah, I need to be more efficient here. Is this really 17 tabs? I mean, if I were eyeballing this, I would say it was like 11 at most. You know what? Even if they are coming out as HTML, we can deal with that on a case-by-case basis. Alrighty then. Okay, so let's go here. Japanese words, clipboard. Okay. Okay, I was wrong about that. Okay, P equals R, no, D colon dash is desktop, F I hate you so much. Okay, OS dot list directory P for I in F if Japanese in I, then print I. Let's see what this does. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we will say data equals what? What does it equal? It equals open F. No, P plus I for reading encoding equals UDF8 dot read lines. I think we're wrong. It was a carriage return. Carriage return shouldn't matter. Is it going to be on its own line? That's the question. If it is, then we want it split up in lines. If it's not, for J in data, if in J and, I don't know, 307 in J, then print J. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow. Well, this might be easier than I thought. Okay, we'll say JRaw, J equals J, not split, stop helping me, dot strip, and then we will say if RE dot match, start of string digits, period, space, one or more spaces, opening parentheses, J and colon in J, then print J. Star, dollar sign. Does RE match not work the way that I think it does? They might be non-breaking spaces. Okay. Okay. If let's see if this works. Seven ways to say goodnight in Japanese. Plus period. Okay. Yeah. And in J, and thank you. Run. And J of 0 dot is digit. Okay, this looks pretty good to me. So we will say default D equals default dict of list. It's really nice on LeetCode how it's just there. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, well, so we're going to get the digit. We're going to S equals J dot split 0 assert S -1 equals period, and S equals S of that, and then assert S dot is numeric. Let's see if this breaks, and if it does, we want to know what the string was. Okay, it looks like it's working. So, numerical index, God, that's terrible, don't do that, equals int of S, and then we will say D of N dot append, what? Yes, J, I should have used the autofill. Why am I so stubborn? Okay, now for K, comma, ARR in D dot items, thank you. If length of ARR does not equal 1, then print, I don't know, K, comma, ARR. And then we'll deal with those on a case-by-case basis. Oh. I don't know why this would break, but whatever. So print length of K. Did we get them all? Length, not K. Print length of D. 2000. Yeah, see something kind of wrong here? It's precisely 2000. Which ones are missing? Okay. For I in, slow down. For I in range 1 to 1 plus max of D dot keys. If I not in D, then print I. It appears that we are missing 1001 through 2000, so we need to go find those. Let's see, where were we? 1001 through 2000. So close multiple tabs. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I hit 6? I did not. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And then everybody's happy. Okay, so what was it? Alt FA, text file, FA, text file. This would be so much easier if I could just download a damn text file. Alright, okay. You know, you didn't really try very hard. You probably could have downloaded a text file. You damn idiot. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Chokin, baiku, azukaru, orange. Okay. Oh God, that's a little out of control. Okay. Let's repeat. Thoughts. What in the hell? Okay. So it's the true one and then that. ARR. I didn't mean to do D, I meant to do K. That was a little silly. Why is 1613 in there so many times? $16. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what happened, but I don't really care. While length of ARR is greater than 1, then ARR dot. Okay, it looks like we have filled in all of the gaps. I feel like they made that harder than it needed to be, but whatever. Still recording, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Sorry, I realized that sound. Shouldn't fidget. So yeah. Print I, comma DI. So S equals DI 0. I guess if I'm going to do that, I could, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so assert S dot count equals 1. Okay, so English part equals S dot split, and then Japanese part equals that. And we don't want the parentheses. Dot split 0 dot strip. Yeah. What in the hell? Oh, wait. Okay, assert Japanese part dot count equals 1. That is correct. Now we're going to say Japanese part equals Japanese part dot split dot strip. Now we're going to say print English part, comma, Japanese part. All right. This looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Assert all I dot is alphabetic or I equals space. Yeah, I reused I. I can't reuse I. Crap. Didn't take long to screw that one up, did it? Okay, seek. Oh. Okay. That is actually legitimate. See, we need to make sure that the data is in the form that we are expecting. Otherwise, weird shit can happen. And I would rather deal with that now rather than later. Okay. Now, I need LLM help again. So, write a Python 3 method which identifies if a character is katakana, hiragana, kanji, or other. It can be anything, even an emoji. Or a space. Okay. Katakana, hiragana, kanji, or other. Can be anything, even an emoji or a space. Sounds ruminating. Hollywood! Here's a Python method that identifies if a character is katakana, hiragana, kanji, or other. Come on. Come on. Test classifier. Okay, we'll test it. That sounds good. Okay. Testing class. Don't do that. Okay, run is alpha. What? Why is it failing now? Not yet. Oh, crap. I thought it passed before. I thought it passed. one's girlfriend. Oh god, is that a Unicode? I hate you so much. Katakana. Okay, so I guess what happens if it's wrong? I don't know what happens if it's wrong. Okay, so clearly it works. And let's move this down because I get confused very easily. So, okay. For all J classify character J in kanji hiragana or katakana, right? Hiragana, katakana, and run. Deburu, deburu, deburu. Which one does it not like? I do not know. Hopefully we can find out. Okay, let's say J, comma, no. Okay. Other. It doesn't like this character. Decode an unexpected. The katakana prolonged sound mark should be defined as katakana, not other. This character falls in a gap between my defined ranges. Let me fix that. Alright, cool. Okay, so classify character. Let's go back. God damn it, I hate you so much. Kanji other. What in God's name? Another oopsie appeared. Let's broaden kanji definition to include all Chinese characters. I'm fine with a few false positives. These false negatives are problematic. Okay. Broadening kanji definition. CJK related characters. Alright. Okay. I don't know what half this shit means, but that's okay because I'm vibe coding, right? I don't think this is technically vibe coding. I think this is using AI as a tool like it's intended to be used. Whereas vibe coding is trying to. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. I am going to go out on a limb and I am going to say that that should have returned other. That is not a kanji. But it does have the weird spacing though. Okay. Okay, or let's code point. What is this? It's an int, right? I don't care. If code point is greater than 256, then return kanji. F it. Because I don't actually need a robust classifier. I'm just trying to find what's composed entirely of katakana. Alright. Thank God. Now, let's... more exhausting than I thought it would be. Okay, let's just get the katakana now. So we are not going to print this. If all right, we don't need that. Yeah. So if all classified character equals katakana. So let's see how many of these there are. Okay, we will say CNT equals 1, and then we will say print. Come on, give me the autofill. I hate you so much. All right. 307. I think that that is absolutely perfect. I am happy and I am satisfied. Okay. Generally speaking, it is unlikely that katakana would be mistaken for anything other than Japanese by a TTS system, which infers language. Correct? Katakana is uniquely Japanese writing system, so TTS systems with language detection should reliably identify it as Japanese. All right. Okay. Okay, so balance. We are going to say vocab. Let's say Japanese set and then English set. Okay, Japanese set, English set, and we're going to say assert English part not in vocab ES. And then vocab.es.add English part and js.add Japanese part. And then when we run that, and it gets angry. It gets angry. All right. Which one is it saying is a duplicate? It's saying that the Japanese is duplicate. But we're going in order. So if one of them is duplicate, if English part in vocab ES, then continue. If Japanese part in vocab JS, then continue. All right. $307. What, get rid of 3 of them or something? I don't remember what the exact amount was. It's ice cream. All right. Door, loan word. Doru. Okay. I think that this is a good exercise. So we are going to say, now that we know that they're unique, vocab dictionary equals boom. Right? And then we will say, I guess, English part equals Japanese part. All right. You don't need that. You're using it as a crutch. Come on, dude. Don't be an asshole. Open Katakana vocab.json for writing encoding equals UTF. No, don't do it like that. God. JSON.dump vocab dictionary indent equals 4 import JSON. All right, let's. Why is that underlined? What is it angry about? Why are you angry? Oh, wait. Would help if I knew how to code. All right, run. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What in the hell is that? Why is there a blank in there? There shouldn't be a blank in there. And Japanese part dot strip and English part dot strip. Can't believe there's a damn blank in there. Okay, got rid of the one blank. Okay. Okay, let's see. Look at this katakana vocab list I made. this is the wrong way to do this. This is overwhelming. Please verify these are all nouns. We should be doing these one at a time. I should be doing these one at a time. They're not all nouns. Why did you think that there were nouns? I can see the vast majority are nouns. There's a few adjectives. A na adjective. Borderline cases. Start, jump, dance, dive. Kids are verbs but function as nouns in Japanese. You have 3 adjectives mixed in with about 300 plus nouns. If you want a pure noun list, you want to remove romantic, hot, and best. Okay, so romantic, hot, and best. I want to make sure that we're looking at the right ones here. Romantic. Yeah, it's definitely the same one. Hot. Definitely the same one. Probably lowercase is fine. And then pesto. Best. Go back. I feel like I'm losing. Okay, adjective. Doubt. What is the Japanese card game named after the English word for doubt? I want to add that. All right. BS instead of bullshit. All right. Card game doubt. Daoto. Is it used exclusively for the game, or is it used as a is it used similar to saying you don't believe something someone said? Exclusive? It's a good thing LLMs could figure out what the hell I'm trying to say. All right. I seem to remember a scene from Hunter x Hunter pretty much exclusively. Katakana loan words that gets borrowed for a very specific context, rather than taking the full range of meanings. Vocab entry would actually describe. Maybe I misunderstood the scene from Hunter x Hunter. Or maybe the context of them playing the game allowed them to use the double meaning without it having a broader cultural context. That is certainly possible. I want to know how to say this, even if it has somewhat limited usage. Kono game. All right. All right. This is awesome. How long have I been recording for? I have no way of telling. Yeah, I'm gonna pause but finish the video. So, okay, right click and pause. Hey, I'm back now. I got some tea, so you're gonna have to deal with me sipping on it. Okay, it won't usually be that annoying. Sorry, that was more dramatic than I meant. Okay, let's see here. Control R. I don't care if it's a long word. Okay, iron for clothes. You know what? I think that is a good definition. Okay, card game, doubt. I don't think we need parentheses for that. Class in school. Is that... Kurasu? Kurasu. Yeah, I knew that word. Okay. Class material. Kurasu. Okay. Platform for short. Okay. Pachinko. Japanese pinball. Air conditioner. Ramen. That's probably one of the few ones that I actually did know. I guess I knew that one too. All right. What didn't I thought we did that? Maybe we did and it looped around. Section of a store. Corner. Okay. Best. Hot. Cross. X mark on errors, mistakes. Center for an adjective, activity, hub. Okay. I thought, is iron in here twice? Iron. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's go through and let's new Python file, load, interpret, I don't know, interpret katakana.py. Okay, and then we're going to say open katakana vocab.json, not for writing. Encoding equals UDF8 with, I forgot that earlier, as F. Data equals json.loadf. Okay, and then all characters equals set, and then we're going to say 4k comma v in data.items, and then no. It thinks that v is a character. Yeah, for I in v, and then all characters dot add I. Yes. So then let's see. Print all characters. And run. No such file or directory. It's not katakana.txt. What the... Got to be more careful when I'm accepting auto. Okay. Okay. If in the most common 3,000 words, these are the only ones that appear, then I don't really care if there's an extra. Okay. are there any of these that are not pronounced? I think just the dash, but there might be a, oh yeah, the pause. Small 2 creates a pause. Prolonged sound mark that extends the previous vowel. Okay. Small vowels that modify preceding syllables are regular katakana symbols with their own distinct pronunciations. These modifier characters only function when combined with other katakana. They don't stand alone as syllables in the Japanese sound system. I thought these were pronounced. Oh, actually, I did know these. How do I want to do this? Do I want to leave the user to fend for themselves, or do I want to try to explain it? Modify preceding syllables. I guess I'm confused about... No, not... Oh my god. I guess I'm confused about... Try again. Copy. Actually copy this time. Copy it. Copy. Copy. You can't put that by itself? Okay. I was being imprecise. It does have a sound. You could put it by itself, but it'd be pronounced like a short I. A small character don't appear as independent syllables. They're designed to be modifier characters that combine with others. If it appeared alone, which would be very unusual, it would still be pronounced. Okay. Okay, so I could make flashcards with sounds for all of these except small 2 and jombu. Correct? Okay. So the chompu means you extend the sound, usually written in Romaji as a double vowel, or sometimes they'll use a U instead of the same vowel, but it's the same thing. And the tu is usually written as a double consonant, indicating that there's supposed to be a pause before you proceed with the rest of the word. Okay. Okay. Create a dictionary, Python style, of all the katakana with their Romaji pronunciation. But in the case of the 2 unpronounced characters, add brief explanation. Pause. Or vowel. Something like that. Okay. Now from here we should be able to create this. hoping that I can get this into a usable format. And upload it as something that I could access, or a web page on my phone. Mulling over katakana characters and their pronunciations. I've never seen it think this long before. I guess I am kind of being a hoe, making it do a bunch of work. Hope I'm not out of tokens yet on Sonnet 4. If I am, I'll switch over to Gemini 2.5 Pro. But I was hoping to one-shot this inside of Claude, since 4.0 Opus is the new hotness after all. All regular katakana. Oh, sweet. Wasn't even paying attention. Ya, small, you, small, yo, small. A, I, E, O. Ya, you, yo. Is there a different ah? There is. They look the same. You know what? Let's just do this. All right, where is my thing? Katakana vocab, and then we're going to have new file, where is file? File. Oh my god. Okay, katakana pronunciation. Prawn. Doesn't appear, we don't review it. It's as simple as that. I think JSON does allow comments, but I specifically asked for a Python style. So this one is on me. This is I can't be mad at an LLM for this. Okay. Now I think that I would just sort of intuit if I were reading and I saw an ah that was just smaller. Okay. Why is this angry? Okay, we'll come in here and we will say katakana prawn. What is the expectation? 65, 64. Assert length data equals 64. Run. Yep, no assertion, so it's good. This has been going on a while. I'm getting kind of tired, but I can't give up now. So, length of data is 64. We need these pronunciations. Show me Python code which reaches out to Google's free text-to-speech API and returns English or Japanese Boolean. Text and then saves as an MP3. Okay, free text-to-speech API and returns English or Japanese. Okay, Google text-to-speech to MP3 converter is Japanese. Output file name. Kind of intuits what I'm doing, which I appreciate, but in this case, all I need is the this is a test. これはテストです. I shouldn't have deleted the other test. Yeah. Because I don't know how to type that. Let's see what it does. Then we're going to have an output directory called new folder. New. No, not new Python file. New directory. MP3s. Would be MP3 then. And then I want to make this idempotent. So we're going to say, yeah, output file name if os.exists os.path.exists output file name, then print file already exists. Skipping or something. Return. Okay, so let's say interpret katakana, run. No module named GTTS. Import GTTS. Install package. Now, hopefully this isn't. They change their API and sometimes things stop working that used to work. So error generating, no such file directory. P3s. Run. All right, let's see what it did. Open in Explorer.
Hello, this is a test.
Weird Natalie Portman robot voice. Get on my screen.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。それは嫁です. All right, okay. So now let's try running it again and make sure that it doesn't attempt to regenerate. File already exists. Okay. Text to speech, and we are going to have sanitize string s. So return dot join. Don't do that. L equals list of s for I in range length L. Okay. Now, if ORD of L is greater than 128, then we do nothing, which is the same as what I had. So if it's less than 128, then it go away. If L of I dot is alpha numeric, then it's fine. If it's not alphanumeric and L of I doesn't equal space, No, not even that. If it's not alphanumeric, then L of I equals underscore. Okay, return join L. Yeah, output file name. Or L of I equals period. Okay. All right. Output file name equals output file name. Oh my God. Assert output file name dot ends with dot mp3. I thought it was autofilling. And output file name dot count of period equals 1. And output file name dot count of slash is less than 2. In other words, we are going to tolerate a slash. And output file name dot count of backslash equals 0. English test, Japanese test. So I'm curious what it's going to do with these. Now, there should be absolutely no duplicates. Well, characters are going to be treated differently than words, so there wouldn't be an English equivalent. All right, let's do this. So 4K in what? In data items keys. For K and data.keys. Sure, just show me the K. Run. Text to MP3. Text to MP3. Text is Japanese is true, and then it's MP3 K. Let's see what it does.
A, I, U, E, O, Ka, Ga, Ki.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. In that case, I don't know. I don't really think that we need this anymore. Okay, Katakana vocab.json. Data equals json.load. And so now we're going to be down here. K, comma, V. Data.items. And then this is going to be V. And is Japanese is false. So we will run this now, and we should get some audio output. Okay, so what do we have?
Bus. カードゲームダウト.
Damn it, 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 stop, stop, stop. It does not appear that this is being honored. Is that the problem? Or is this the problem? Alright, we want date created. Obviously, these can go away. And this is exactly backwards of what I was expecting. Okay, KKVV. We need to make sure that this is what we are expecting before we proceed. Print K, all Japanese, right? No, not all Japanese. How did I screw that up? That's annoying. Okay. All Japanese. K is Japanese and V is English. English. What did I do? What did I do? Put it back. Put it. Oh my God. Give it back. Thanks. Okay, KV. And then break, because I want to see it work first before we make a bunch of API calls and rate limit ourselves.
Door. Door.
Doa.
Door.
Okay, now we can let it go. Okay.
Television.
Okay. Okay, we probably need a way to identify prerequisites. Do we want to attempt to concatenate these things? Probably, but let's generate these first. I think this is going to take just long enough that I probably shouldn't run the video while I'm doing it. So let me pause again. Okay, we're back. I allowed my computer to lock, which hopefully that didn't screw up the recording, but if it did, then I guess this part will really suck. Okay, it looks like this did not complete, which is unfortunate, so let's try to figure out what it is angry about. So we will say output file name right here, and I think we can get rid of this because I just want to know where it's failing. So MP3 section of a store, etc. Okay, I will allow it to have one extra period. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt verifying your input, but I don't know. I've just had things go wrong before because I assumed something was in a certain format and then it wasn't. Maybe I'm overcorrecting, but whatever. It only takes a few seconds. Okay, I'm really hoping that I can one-shot an LLM prompt for an administration algorithm for this, because I would actually like to do something else today. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's just look at a few.
Chord, codo, balance, start, begin.
Okay, now I want to make sure that inside the katakana vocab, there's none of these that are a single character. Interpret katakana. You know what? I don't actually want to delete this. You need to collapse. Interpret katakana. We are going to rename this to katakana GTTAS. I think I'll know what that means. Okay, here we can erase this though. Open katakana vocab.json read encoding read. Thank you. Actually, thank you. Okay, data equals json.load. Okay, say for k comma v in. I really don't like that this is backwards. Well, you know what we can do. Data equals v comma k for k comma v in data dot items, like that, and then we can just say with right, and then data dot jump ensure ASCII false into okay, katakana vocab backup. Okay, so there we go. Now it's inverted. All right. So we're going to say 4k comma v in data.items. Assert length of v is greater than 1 comma v. Actually, v. So otherwise it would be hard to find. Run. Okay, so there's no single characters there, and that is exactly what we want. Okay, and then we're gonna have what is it? Prawn pronunciation. Yeah. Okay. Length equals 1. Length of v. Length of k. Oh. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay, so all of these are more than one character, and all of these are exactly one character. Now what I want to do is I want to create a dependency set. Well, first off, let's find out what the frequencies of all of the characters are. Should be trivial. So C equals counter. Okay, and then for I in k, yeah. Assert C of k is greater than 0. We'll see if there's any characters that aren't used at all. And there's not. Okay, print C of k. So not a lot, but a few. A few are used quite infrequently, but they are still used. So those are probably the ones that are the most important to review. The others are presumably the least important to review. So I'm worried that I'm over-engineering this. Because I wanted to randomize the list. If I'm prioritizing, that's the opposite of randomizing. Just do all of them, right? There's two things. There's, can you pronounce it? And do you know the meaning? And I'm worried that I'm conflating the two things, but I don't really know how to fix that. Okay. I think that we can okay, it's sort of cheating, but we're going to go through and also duplicate these. Let's do it. So first off, let's see. Print K, comma V. Run. Now we're going to have assert os.path.exists mp3 / k.mp3, right? And then does not exist mp3 v. Run. We are golden. Okay, os.copy. Just copy. Just duplicate the. This is dumb. This is so stupid. I should not need help with this. I would like to copy these files after verifying that the destination does not exist. How do I do this? This is bad. I should know how to do this. I should definitely know how to do this. shutil.copy to. I feel like now that I see it, I have seen that before. Okay, run. Now, do we want a predefined lesson plan? I think so. But it needs to be able to identify the difference. Okay, let's go through and we're going to have to concatenate these things. Okay. Focus, Luke. Focus. os.path exists k, comma v. Okay, path, not path.exists. Oh, sorry, excuse me. All right, okay. KV. Okay. What is natural? About 400 milliseconds? Well, let's run this. Run. All right. Show me code which will take the audio from both MP3s and concatenate them with a 400 millisecond pause in between and output to the new file name. All right. I gotta admit, this is taking longer than I thought it would. Okay, concatenate two files with a pause in between. Batch processing with progress tracking. Okay. Okay, let's run this and see what it does. No module. Not re... I don't know that I want to avoid FFmpeg. I should have FFmpeg installed. I just don't think that the library is here. So let's go in. Where's my console? All right. Use the underlying audio libraries to process MP3s. First, install FFmpeg. I don't think this is going to work. What a pain in the ass. I know that I've done this before. This absolutely should not be necessary. Should I just switch over to using... Oh, what's it called? The generic version of Google Colab. Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebook. Unable to obtain lock file. Why would you start PowerShell not in administrator mode? For hell's sake. Okay. Chocolatey installed. Did that magically fix the problem? I have a feeling that didn't magically fix the problem. Run. Okay, new. Audio concat, please. Okay, this should work. OS dot change directory. Inside of a Python script. All right. This is real hacky. this is getting pretty silly here. Okay, so Scratchpad. Let's see what this does. No module named PyDub. Maybe that's what I was supposed to have imported. Oh, sweet. I should have had more faith. Oh, ye of little faith.
Group. Service on the house. Pasokon. Personal computer.
What?
Pasokon.
Pasoko?
Personal computer.
Okay. So how many of these is it going to make? Okay, it might just...
Ni, me, ma, ku, ko, ki, ke, na, ne, ni, no, wo, ha, de.
All right, that seems pretty sweet there. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Shit. Katakana plus pause plus romaji. Oh, I see what the problem is. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let me pause again. Okay, let's see here. os.path.exists. Seems like that shouldn't exist. I thought it was getting angry at the plus sign, but I don't think that that's what it was. You're telling me that this already exists? No, I hadn't printed it yet. It's not telling me what already exists. But that doesn't make any sense. Actually... maybe... I don't know. I don't know where it came from. If this exists, I guess, then continue. And that should allow us to run it multiple times. Okay, assertion error. But I changed this already. Stop. Stop. This should never arrive here. What? Something weird is going on. Oh, we're looking at the wrong one. Is it doing this twice? Oh, well, this might go faster then. Also, does that mean that it was done? Where does it say processing? I gotta be honest, I don't actually care if it goes more than once. It just seems like this should have been instant, and it's like taking time for each one.
Balance, browse, set, search, style, style, physique.
You know, with a longer pause, you could just make straight up audio flashcards for these. You could, but that isn't the point of this exercise. Okay. Now, characters need to be treated differently than I don't think we should randomize. I think that if somebody wants to start over, they should start over. And if they already know all the stuff, then they can just go faster. Okay. That being the case, okay, we can get out of here. Come back to here. Okay, we should be able to make an actual audio lesson now. We're going to say data, Katakana, lesson, and we're going to say Katakana 何それ? It just looks like a deliberate misspelling of porn to me. Okay, so letters, I guess. All right, and then we're going to say to do like this, and then we're going to say 4k comma v in data list dot items, and then to do dot append mp3 / k underscore v. Thank you. Yeah, and then just assert os.pat.exists to do -1, -1. Like that. And then 4k underscore v in data underscore letters dot items. It's going to be somewhat similar, but it's just going to be like that. And then I think that we should have dependencies. I think this is a mistake. I don't think this is a mistake. Okay. Japanese. English, audio answer, and then dependencies. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Available equals set. We need to extract the available katakana. So it's going to be available dot add. Okay. Yeah. Will be I for I in K if I in available. All right, and then we're going to say, and that's a list, right? So for I in to do, print I. And break. I just want to see the first one. Show me what it looks like. Key error -1. To do -1, -1. -1. Audio. Japanese, boom. English, door. Audio. Dependencies. All right, cool. I think that makes sense. And then I just want to look at this one. Actually, Copy the entire thing. It's not really English. Let's not say English. Let's say explanation, which may or may not be English. Audio is just K. Dependencies is strictly empty. Okay, run. Okay. So, yeah. I think that this looks like a reasonable collection of flashcards here. So let's just write it. We're going to say with open katakana lesson.json, not read, as f dot write. You were right. You were right. Give it back to me. Indent equals 4. Okay, run katakana lesson.json. Clearly something is wrong. Why are the letters not at the end? Why is this a... Oh, for hell's sake. See, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with these automatic recommendations. You miss something like that. Okay, Japanese, dry cleaning, dependencies. Okay, MP3. All of the MP3s should exist. I think this is ready to go. So, God, I have a lot of shit on here. Did I just drag my novel recommendations into my project? I think that I did. What's it called? Writing. Okay, maybe I didn't. Okay, careful, careful. Baby step. Clean up the desktop. Okay, now we are going to say new. Oh no. Oh no, it's not going to let me debug it locally because it's going to say, you have to fetch this from a server. God, this is the dumbest protection I have ever heard of. Protection in inverted commas. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I'll deal with that. I'll deal with that when it comes up. New folder. We're going to call this Katakana Flash or something. Okay. Open in Explorer. Katakana Flash. Copy here. Katakana lesson.json, and then MP3 copy here. All right, now let's see how this handles. I will come in here to Claude. Assuming I'm not out of tokens yet, which I don't think I am. Okay. Okay. Make me a simple flashcard application which runs inside of a browser. I am not uploading the MP3 files, but assume they exist in .mp3. Star. The JSON lesson should be obvious from context, how it works. The goal is to practice reading Katakana, which means there will be no audio prompt. But the explanation answer will contain both English and Japanese. Okay. I have put the characters at the end of the lesson. Some skills have prerequisites. Prerequisites, which means those skills need to be administered and in date before the first word can be given. Scores should be stored in a browser cookie. There should be no server cookies or server processing. Static files only. Static files only? Okay. Each skill will start at level 0, which means not in date. After that, the skills are administered on the interval of 5 minutes raised to the power of the level. What's that going to look like? Python. Yeah. So 5 raised to the level for I in range 10. Okay. Hours, days. I think that that is too much. So 3 minutes, 9 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 12 hours, 36 hours, 190, 328 hours. 3 minutes raised to the power of the level. So, in other words, the first administration of a word isn't time delimited. It would be 3. Then the next time would be 3 minutes later, or the first chance after 3 minutes has elapsed. Then 9 minutes and 27 minutes. This repeats unless the user forgets the word, in which case it goes back to level 1 and needs to be reviewed in 3 minutes. Again, note that this means that a word will be in date briefly even if it has just has just been missed. This is important for allowing level advancement without pestering the user. If a word is reviewed, then all its dependencies are also reviewed. If a word is reviewed, then all of its dependencies are also reviewed. This means a word can be used to review its constituent dependent components. The only exception is if a letter has never been introduced. Then this letter skill needs to be shown by itself first. Okay. Since it is expected that the user might not know a specific letter, the letters should be clickable and their respective sounds played. However, note that clicking this letter will mark it as needing review, i.e., it will revert to level 0, level 1, at the end of the user marking the original word or phrase as completed. Okay. So a typical run will be letter, 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 word, letter, letter. From there, it can review. From there, it can advance. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Note that the intention is only to show the letter one time, and then words will be used to review the letters going forward. Is that the right way to do it? Or should we allow the letter to re-enter circulation? Length 1 skill should be considered a letter and have a slightly different color. Length greater than 1 should be considered a word and also be a unique color. Yeah. Optimize for portfolio Android web browser, but it should still be runnable on other browsers, including desktop. Expecting JS file, CSS file, HTML file. I will provide the JSON file and the MP3 files. All right, let's see what it does. This may take a minute or two. I will pause it. Maybe it'll be faster than I think, but I want to take a break anyway. It's just plugging away here. This is actually pretty cool. It's been going for a little while. It's working iteratively. I'm wondering if I'm going to max out my tokens. What the hell does publish do? Download as HTML. How do I download all the files? Click to play audio, spaced repetition. So all of the files should go in here when I'm done. Save CSS artifacts above. Alright, let's see. Does it say how long it thought for? Okay. Katakana Flashcard browser app Claude. JavaScript. Download as JavaScript. And then CSS. Download as CSS. And then HTML. Download as HTML. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's bring up our IDE again. .js. Script.js. Script.js and then .css, styles.cls. I feel like there's a better way to get this out. Let's just call this index.html. Okay, and then inside of the HTML, close the others. Close the other tabs. .json. Okay, Katakana lesson.json. Okay, now this isn't going to work unless I invoke. All right. Let's go back. I don't want to waste tokens on such a silly, stupid question. So, how do I do the thing in Python where it pretends to be a web server for the current folder I am trying to debug index.html in a certain path? It knows what I mean. To see it. Over-explaining myself. Okay, python-m server 8. Okay. Alright, localhost 8000. Flashcard practice. Aha! Okay. Do total. I think I got that right, yeah. Alright, eat. Okay, now what happens if I close this and reopen it? All right. E. U. E. O. Cool. It says do 59. Is it remembering what's due? Ah, shit, it's not. It's resetting the counter every time. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's go back here. You know what? Maybe it's fine. Maybe it is fine. I mean, if I actually wanted to store progress, I should have somebody log in, right? Well, the problem with that, nobody's going to sit down and do 360 flashcards. They're just not. I'm not going to. That's not how I want to use it. It seems like if I refresh the page that my progress is lost. I wanted progress saved in a cookie which would persist. Also, I'm confused why it says 64 are due. It seems like nothing should be out of date if you... It seems like nothing should be out of date when you begin. Also, it was supposed to quickly go to a word, but it seems like it is favoring just single characters. The words were at the beginning of the file, so it should have tried to do the first word, but seen that... Here, let me look at the file. Katakana lesson. It should have tried to do the first word, but seen that there were two dependencies, done those, and then administered the first word. So it can't do because of dependencies. So it should go in this order. Also, refreshing the page or even closing the browser and coming back should reload the progress from a cookie. All right. All right. Let's see what it does with that. Thinking about improving web application persistence and learning progression logic. Investigating algorithms progression and dependency handling. All right. It's annoying that it's going to pop out with the wrong name, but whatever. Not a big deal. That is not a big deal. Cookie management with better encoding. Better sounds good. So if this works, I guess I'll upload it to my site and then people can use it. I don't think anybody will know about it, but you know what? That's fine. It's got to be fine. I don't have a choice. Oh my god, it's 3:46 p.m. and I haven't left the house yet. I need to go take a walk after this. Alright. Yeah, I mean, this was something that I wanted to be able to use repeatedly, just like if I'm out and about, over a certain amount of time until, theoretically, maybe I learn a few new words, but mostly it's about learning the katakana. Seems like this is working pretty well. Oh, and I just want to say that even though it didn't one-shot exactly what I wanted, I think I just ran out of tokens. Damn it. Damn it. I'm 99.9% sure that's what happened. Alright. Nope, that's fine. That is just fine. Okay. Should be able to finish up in Gemini. Let's go back and try to find my... Okay, close other tabs. Generally, I like this setup. It should remain optimized for web browsers, but still usable on desktop. What was the color scheme good? Can't do it like that. Localhost 8000. Where was I? Oh, that's why I got confused. That it was supposed to be dark mode. Okay. So revise the CSS, JS, and HTML to do the above. Words should be administered in order unless there is a dependency which has never been seen. Words should be administered in order. Dark mode. Words and letters have some indication of which they are, even if it's just a color difference. The way to tell is the length of the prompt. 1 with letter greater than 1 means word. All right. The purpose is to practice reading Katakana with spaced repetition. Purpose is to practice. Okay. It should start with none, with 0 do. Do means out of date. Okay. Words and letters remain in date for 3 minutes, even if they were missed in the past repetition. Yeah. Clicking individual letters should play the corresponding sound for that letter, but this will mark it as level 1 after the word is approved. After the word. Even after the word is. Completed successfully. The purpose is to practice katakana with spaced repetition inside of complete words rather than standalone. Okay, let's see what it does. Something went wrong. Well, have you ever been more disappointed in your life? I hate you. All right. Let's try one more time. We'll do Claude 4 instead of Claude 4 Sonnet instead of Claude 4 Opus. It might say that it's out of tokens, but it should say that. It shouldn't just say error. Just look at my text here while that's working. So a girl's going to read my book, but I had to loan her some equipment to be able to read it. So, so that's what that text was. I am working on my next book, Harbinger of Shadow. Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, I got a ways to go. Okay, thinking. I think it's much better with big uncaught error, security error, document, cookie getter, forbidden in sandbox document without the allow same origin flag. Alright. I've completely revised the code to fix all the issues you mentioned. Here are the key changes. Progress persistence, do logic, corrected word ordering, dark mode, visual indicators, spaced repetition, 3.9.27, sweet. Letter clicking. Okay, this is awesome. So what do we have? Downloads. What the hell is in my downloads folder? Okay, okay, let's see here. Oh, I can look at the source right here. Maybe this is better. Can I select all? Oh, I can. All right. Let's do it like this. Okay, index.html. Copy, not you. Paste. A little longer, but that's fine. Wait, what the hell? Download as HTML. Is the CSS embedded? Oh, it's just one giant HTML file now? I was not expecting that, but okay, I guess that's fine. In that case, we don't need this, and we don't need this. Let's start this over again. Okay. Localhost 8000. E. It's still not going in order. Pisses me off. All right. Okay, where were we? You know what? At least Claude is working. What was that with Gemini? What? Maybe that's not how you're supposed to add files. Well, it should be how you're supposed to add files. It should attempt to do. Here, let me see. It should attempt to do but see that there are never administered dependencies and then do them. And then the third flashcard should be perhaps it would be clearer to say it tries to do first but fails, so it does one dependency. Then it tries to do it does, so it does the second dependency. Then it tries to do again. This time there is no dependency, so it succeeds. But it fails, so it does one dependency. Then it does the second. All right. Doesn't look like there's any. Then it tries to do, but fails since there is a dependency. It's still not trying to do the first thing in the JSON file first. It should attempt to do DOA, but should see that there are never administered dependencies. And then do them, and then the third flashcard should be DOA. Perhaps it would be clearer to say it tries to do DOA first, but fails, so it does the first dependency. Then it tries to do DOA again, but does the second dependency. Then it tries to do DOA again. There's no dependency, so it succeeds. All right. You know, to be completely honest, a single file is actually probably easier. Remember how annoyed I was having to copy the individual files? Okay. So let's see here. Copy. And boom. Wait, did I, what just happened? All right. Okay, let's see here. Katakana flashcard. Hard refresh. Do 5. Aha, it remembered. Awesome. E. U. E. O. Do. Doa. Doa. I don't know. I don't know what that is. De. I should have known that. Is that? I don't know. Boo. All right, okay. This is working, and if I never see it again for the rest of my life, then that is that's probably just fine. Okay. Can I upload this? Python anywhere. Login. Login. Files. My site. I should have like a static directory or something. I feel like I've done this before. Okay, lesson route static. Aha, static. Static. Okay, upload files. Let's see. I can't select two. Upload a file, Katakana lesson. Enter a new directory name, MP3. Okay, I really had better be able to batch upload these. Oh my God. Completely unacceptable. Okay. All right. How do I non-destructively create a zip or gzip or tz or tar or whatever from command prompt bash? All right, zip tar. I think tar is the native one. Change directory, mntd desktop, Katakana flash, mp3 ls. Cool. All right, to compress with gzip. File or folder, star. MP3s. Okay. MP3, yeah, there we go. So we're going to come here, and then we're going to boom, boom. All right, I think I did it. Let's see, open bash console here. ls. Okay. I'm sorry that I am so bad with Linux. I know that this is a joke. How do I extract? How do I extract? All right, here we go. Paste. Please paste. Okay, let's see if it did more or less what we expected. Exit. Console closed. Indeed, console closed. Now go back. Alright, this console is... I know, I don't want to be in the console. Okay, ESL quick reads, static, MP3. Christmas Internet X-rays. Dashboard. Do I need to reload? Web. I don't know if I need to reload or not for static content, but I'm just trying, so. Okay. www.eslquickreads.com/static index.html. Holy shit. Nice. Do.
Do.
A.
A.
Doa.
Door. Door.
Okay. I guess I should get used to saying the English as well. Okay, I guess this is working. I'll put this in the video description if anybody wants to look at it. Yeah. Here is a link to the completed... Why does this say new 15? Shouldn't there be more than 15?
Te.
I want to see what it's going to do.
Ru. Table. Table. Ge. Ge.
Get.
Mu. Game.
Game.
Mi.
このゲームを
Mu.
遊びにし...
Gu.
Okay, come on.
Meeting.
Meeting.
Da.
I like how it's big. Okay, I need to see what happens when new runs out.
Doubt. Card game doubt.
Dauto.
I. E. Bo.
O.
Ka.
Ka. Why is it only loading so many? Should be about 350, I think. Yeah, well, I'm glad I didn't upload it yet. I only included a small sample of the data in the artifact. The original file you have provided has much more data. Let me fix this by including the complete data set. No, don't hard-code it. I don't want it hard-coded. I want it to load from the fucking... Stop. Stop. I interrupted the output. want it to load from the JSON file, not be hard-coded. Okay. LLMs are wily ones. You got to keep your eye on them. You know what? This one is actually probably on me. Something should have clicked when it switched to a single file structure. Okay. That's what happens if you don't review the output of your code. My bad. Well, I'm also a little bit jaded after a long day. Anyway, you cut it. I'm not a front-end guy. Okay. Copy. Make sure that this is all HTML. Let's see if I can edit it in place. That would be nice. Files. My site. ESL quick reads. Static. Edit. Okay, it looks pretty good. Save. Control F5. Failed to load lesson data. Please ensure Katakana lesson.json. .json. Katakana lesson.json. The hard-coded one is seeming preferable now. No, that's a little ridiculous. Static. Katakana lesson.json. It's right there. It can't possibly be any more right there. Why are you failing? Okay, let's see if we can open this in a new tab. Katakana lesson.json. .json. Global variable not found. Trying to fetch. Close that, it keeps throwing me off. I don't know why this is failing. This shouldn't be failing. Wait, did I not save? Well, that's a pretty good reason why it'd be failing. It says, which is odd because it's in the same folder. This is likely a cross-origin resource sharing issue. All right. Use a local web server. Use a file input. I could modify the app to let you select and look. Yeah, no, not that. Does it happen locally? Maybe it is a remote web server issue, but I tried hard coding. Katakana Flash, Notepad. Okay, I'm getting sick of this now. I was supposed to be done. Thought I was done. Local host. Yeah. It's failing even with the local server. Something weird is going on. Okay. Open the console and reload the page and tell me what the error message is you see. Copy. Not that. Interactive debugging is always cool. I don't think I need to restart this. I don't know what my obsession is with that. Please ensure Katakana underscore lesson dot JS. Why does it say .js? Why does it Is it .js? .json. Console, what is that, F12? I think this is the output. Okay, that I was not expecting. So the cookie was out of date. Anybody who says AI doesn't save time is... I mean, yes. Yeah, absolutely. You can create new errors. But you can also find errors too, so... Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Copy everything. Let's try not restarting, but refreshing the page. I think it is caching. Let's try again. Let's try. Oh, wait. What the hell? That's not even my local copy. Oh, sweet. Doa.
Door. Door.
Ah. Now, hold on. Shouldn't Doa have marked as... Hooray! It's working! But I see a problem. Correctly answering Doa without clicking should have marked as no longer needing a review, but this did not happen. The point is to review letters through words. Should be a minor fix. It knows that it's a minor fix. I don't need to say that. I'm not talking to a human. Is this still recording? Pretty long video. Hopefully the video is still writing. Alright. Automatically mark all component letters as reviewed. Alright, let's see here. Copy. Paste. Save.
Door.
Door. Eat.
Eat.
Okay, new 56. That still seems low. I swear to God, if it hard-coded it again. Okay. It still says new 56. I was expecting a number around 350. Any idea why? New counter is only counting items that are immediately available to learn, not the total number of unlearned items. Okay, that is a more advanced mistake than I thought. I got to admit, my opinion of Claude 4 is pretty high, and I'm surprised I didn't run out of tokens, because I sure the hell didn't pay for their $200 a month thing. But if I were coding every single day straight from Claude, I probably would pay their $200 a month thing, so I think this is pretty sweet. Alright, let's see here. Copy the code. Where are we? Paste, save, close. I can leave that open. Flashcard practice, localhost, Control F5. There we go. 9 of 368. Probably not the way I would have designed the UI, but it's not necessarily a problem. Do, learned, ready. Yeah, I like this. I like that bar. Yeah. So let's paste, save. ESLQuickReads.com static index.html. Okay. I think it is ready to go now. Here is the link to try. I guess we're done. All right, see ya.